Welcome to Women's Sports Weekly, where women's sports happen every day, but we talk about it once a week. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Carolyn. Women's Sports Weekly is a podcast where we discuss the latest news, explore interesting stories, and share our love for women's sports. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at WomensSportsWeeklyPod. Follow us and rate us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Send us an email at WomensSportsWeeklyPod@gmail.com, and we may feature your email on the Listener Experience Zone, the Les. We are on a much-needed vacation this week. So excited. And we will be back with you next week to give you all the news when we return. But we do still have an episode today, and it is a fun one.
Yes, but we are currently fist pumping in the Jersey Shore, so thank you.
Thanks for the support as we take some much needed time off from our job called podcasting that gives us no money in return.
And our day jobs.
We love it. Let's get into some updates before we begin.
Yes, we have Run Club this Thursday and every Thursday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time here in Denver at the 99ers Sports Bar. If you listen to our podcast each week, we share a secret word, and you can share that secret word with the bartenders after our run, and you'll get 50% off your first draft. The secret word this week is Jersey Shore.
Would you like to add a fist pump to it? Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
Yes,
You're really giving it your all this week. We also need to take this time to ask you to please rate, subscribe to our podcast. We create, produce, and edit the podcast ourselves. So if you want to support us, please rate, subscribe, give us a positive review, and share this podcast with the people you love. Thank you to everyone who has rated the podcast so far. If you send us a screenshot of your 5-star rating, we will send you a Women's Sports Weekly sticker for free in the mail. All right, we're going to play some games together. Are you a game lady?
Yeah, let's do it.
You're in the game mode.
Yes.
Okay, I love it. Let's get warmed up with a Women's Sports Weekly Would You Rather.
Okay.
Would you rather sit courtside at the WNBA Finals or pitch side at a World Cup final?
That's a really hard one, but I think I have to go with WNBA.
Why?
Because basketball is my favorite sport to play and watch. But I do love the U.S. women's national team, so that makes it really difficult. What about you?
I'm also going WNBA Finals.
Why?
One, WNBA is inside. So World Cup Finals, although it could be awesome, you might be in the rain or cold. Mm-hmm. You will not be in the rain or cold at the WNBA Finals.
Fair.
And I think courtside at a game, you're going to see, on top of seeing the players so up close, you're also going to see other people also sitting courtside. And I think those people I would very much want to meet. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm picking courtside WNBA Finals. Okay, next one, you go.
Would you rather interview one GOAT or 5 rising stars?
I would want 5 rising stars. And mostly because I try to get them here on the podcast. Like, I really want to talk to people who are new and emerging and coming on up. I really like to know the full background of people. And so I just think it would be cool because then you see people grow over time. Yeah, 5 rising stars. What about you?
I'm going with a GOAT.
And who would that GOAT be?
That's tough.
Is it? I feel like you have someone in mind.
I know who you think I'm going to say, but it probably is Candace Parker.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I would love to interview her.
And what is the one thing you would want to know most?
I don't know. I'd really just want to talk to her about basketball, her time at Tennessee. And I feel like a lot of players get annoyed by media and interviews. So I would just hope that it would really be like a pure conversation just about basketball and what it meant to her life playing at the time that she played and all that stuff.
Yeah, we're seeing this more and more and I think media is part of the job, but people just seem really frustrated by it. And I don't know if it's like the state of where we're at right now, but I hate that. As like being now that we're media people, I just hate that we could potentially interview someone and it could be the part of their day that they least like.
Yep.
And I think our intentions with doing this podcast and when we talk to people is always to shed light on the cool, the interesting parts about them, to dive a little bit deeper. And so, yeah, I would really want that and want to create ways where we could definitely foster that and not feel like it's just clickbaity, dumb questions, whatever.
Yeah.
That's our intention, at least. All right. Would you rather be a general manager or a coach? Any team, any league?
I feel like this is a two-parter. I think a coach is more fun, has more fun.
But
I think it's a harder job. I think it's a lot of travel. I don't know much about the GM role, so that's why I'm struggling. I know they have a lot of money and own the team.
And have to make decisions. But
I don't think people like them.
Yeah, the hiring and firing.
If I had a lot of money and could be a GM and be a really good GM, I would choose that.
Yeah.
How about you?
I was going to say I want to be a general manager. I just feel like they have more say, but you're right. The players generally don't really like the GM. I could imagine that it's probably a difficult role. I think if I could be a coach who makes a ton of money and not have to worry about what my family's doing, because coaching does take you away from your family, right? So if my family could travel with me, then maybe I would want to be a coach. But I do think coaches get to connect with the players on a deeper level and get to form them a little bit. So for that reason, I might say coach.
There's definitely pros and cons.
For sure.
Would you rather attend one Olympics or 10 Final Fours?
Oh, this is really hard. How many Final Fours are we at? We're at like 5?
2018 and then backwards. 2026, 2025, 2024. Did we go in 2020 or did we go in 2020? I don't know.
We've got at least 4 or 5. I think I'm choosing 10 Final Fours, mostly because the weekends of the Final Fours are so much fun. Getting to see a new city, getting to see players, talk about rising stars, like we get to see people in college getting ready to go to the WNBA. It's just such a cool weekend. Everyone's excited. I'm going to take 10 Final Fours, but I've never been to an Olympics. So maybe it's a similar feeling there. And I would love to see all the different sports play at the Olympics, but I'm going to take 10 Final Fours. I don't know. That's a hard one.
Yeah, me too. I also love the idea of the Olympics, again, to see all the sports and all the athletes, but I also fear that it's a little more chaotic and so many more people. And I wouldn't like that. Whereas the Final Four, it's a lot of people, but just enough to be a lot of fun and not feel too overwhelmed.
And like-minded people.
Exactly.
The people at the Final Four are usually awesome.
Exactly. So I'm going Final Fours.
That's a good point. Okay, love it. All right, what is your favorite game to play when you're down at the shore? Because we do play a lot of games. Is there anything you're looking forward to during this beach week?
I like spike ball.
Spike ball. Love.
What about you?
I love playing cards. So I'm looking forward to that. What other? Oh, Rummy Cube. We'll play with my mom. My mom loves to play Rummy Cube. Like, I love a board game. The kids are now, our niece and nephews are getting bigger. So the last time we were home, we were able to play kickball with them and it was fun. They're getting to that fun age where they can start playing and being good at stuff. And so I'm looking forward to maybe some of that too.
It will be fun.
All right, let's get into a little fantasy draft. So it's not like a draft where we're going to draft players, but like, what would we want in life? Let's start it off with, if you could have season tickets to one league forever, what would it be?
It would have to be the WNBA. Now that we have season tickets for the NWSL, I realize how awesome it is to have season tickets. Historically, soccer has not been my most watched sport, but watching it in person is amazing. And I absolutely look forward to those games when they are at home. And I just know basketball would be like times 10.
Yep.
And I know how much I care about the Denver Summit and love them. So yeah, got to go with WNBA. What are you thinking?
I am thinking it would be very cool to have tickets to every single tennis Grand Slam because it's all places that I want to go. So New York, France, London, and Australia. And so to have access to that every year and just to be able to travel around, I think is my goal in life. We've talked about if we won the lottery, what we would do, and it would be go and travel around and watch sports. And I feel like these tickets are expensive. And yeah, so if I could go see every Grand Slam, be at every final, I would love that.
That would be cool. And if you could pick an athlete that you'd want to start a franchise with, who would it be?
Start a franchise with... Okay, I'm going to choose Naomi Girma, soccer player. She just has this leadership style about her, what that is calm, and she's so smart. She rarely makes mistakes on the field, and I just feel like she's a great person. So she is someone I would want to build around. If you have Naomi Girma on your team, you can build around her, and you know that the team's going to be well led.
I could see that.
What about for you?
Got to go with Asia Wilson. Obviously, 4-time MVP. I think she is a really good leader. I see how she interacts with her teammates and other coaches. Think about her relationship with Dawn Staley and Becky Hammon. And I just think all around she would be a great person. Not only her skills on the court, but just the way she handles herself with others off the court that I think make her so special.
And people do build franchises around her.
Yeah.
The Las Vegas Aces have built a franchise around her. She is definitely someone you want to start a franchise with. Okay, name an athlete you'd want as your teammate.
Current or former?
Either. I'll take either.
I feel like it gets annoying that I talk about Candace Parker so much. But I don't think people understand who did not watch her back in the day how good she was. She's like 6'3" point guard who can shoot, who could dunk. Like,
Yep.
She literally did it all. And I just think having her as a teammate would be unbelievable.
Do you think she would pad your assist stats or your point scoring stats more? Would she be giving assists to you or would you be giving assists to her?
I'm not bringing myself into this equation. I am washed up.
I know, but she's your teammate.
I'll give her the ball all day.
Okay.
Who do you want as your teammate, Car?
I want Natasha Cloud as my teammate. I just think she seems so loving. And when we went to Unrivaled and we got behind the scenes, Natasha Cloud was playing for the Phantom and it was Sabrina Ionescu's birthday. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was Natasha Cloud's birthday that weekend.
Oh, no, it was Natasha Cloud's birthday, not Sabrina's.
Oh, okay. It was Natasha Cloud's birthday that weekend, and everyone was just so excited for her. And I just feel like she really takes care of the people around her. And so for that reason, I would want her to be my teammate.
Love that.
Okay. Who is an athlete you trust with the game on the line?
So my first instinct, and it's not because of recent things, was to say Enrique, because to this day, I think the most two exciting basketball games I've ever seen in my life is when Notre Dame won the Final Four, won the national championship, and Enrique not once, but twice hit those unbelievable, one was really a buzzer beater, one was like with 2 seconds left or whatever, but those shots to beat UConn in the semifinals and then to beat Ole Miss in the championship, I just don't know how that happened, but I don't know how many game winners she's hit recently. So if I had to pick someone more recent, getting away from basketball a little bit, you have Megan Keller, who scored the winning goal in overtime for Team USA Hockey to beat Canada this past Winter Olympics. And I'm like, okay, that's the most recent big time clutch game winner. So I'm going to go with her.
Okay. I like it. But Enrique's still there.
Yeah.
In the shadows.
That lives rent free in my head.
I'm going with Captain Clutch, who, I love Canada. And Marie-Philippe Poulin from Canada, her nickname is Captain Clutch. Just seeing her with the Montreal Victoire and her playing injured, I'm like, yeah, that's the person you want always. Even if they're injured, you want them to have the puck, the ball, whatever it is. So
yeah.
I like that we both picked hockey players. So
I know.
Wow.
I literally was like, had to think about, I was like, what was the most recent big time game winner?
Yeah, that is it. All right. Who is an athlete you'd like to invite over for pizza night? So Danielle has been making pizzas, homemade dough, so good, fresh ingredients. And we've been having a lot of pizza nights at our house where we invite friends over. So who are you inviting over for pizza night? Who are you cooking for? This
is definitely a tough one. I would want to invite so many athletes. But as I mentioned, watching Elena Deladon on the screen, I was geeking out watching All-Star Weekend with her on the screen. I was like, Carolyn, I miss her so much. Yeah. Like, I really do. And I think her and her wife have a fun relationship. I think they're funny. They just seem like funny people and they like dogs and like wine. And I just think they would be really fun to have over. So I'm going with Elena Deladon.
And her wife.
Yes.
Love, love, love. I was also thinking double date and I was like, can we get Paige and AZ to come over? At All-Star Weekend, they kind of stayed separate from each other the whole weekend. So don't know exactly what the status is, but I have a feeling that the media is just way too much for them.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want Paige and AZ to come over and experience your pizza. And then I'll just be like, tell me everything.
Yeah. Switching over to trivia, what athlete would you want on your trivia team?
This is an easy one for me. I've talked about her before. I said I think she should be president of the United States and Naomi Girma should be vice president with her. Becky Sauerbrunn, who played for the U.S. Women's National Team, played for the Portland Thorns, NWSL, is now retired. She is just very smart and she reads a shit ton. And so I think she has good instincts and I think she's super smart. I think she would really help on a trivia team to help us win. Who do you have?
Also was thinking who is really smart and has their wits about them. Not that all players don't, but I was like, come on. Nneka Ogwumike is the president of the Players Association for the WNBA. All the changes they made for the CBA. She went to Stanford, just top notch. And I'm like, she'd probably be really good at trivia.
Yeah. I think a team with you, me, NECA, and Becky, if we didn't say one word, maybe we could
I was
win.
going to say, I'm terrible at trivia. Like, literally, I'm just there to drink beer and smile and talk when I can not about trivia. I'm so bad at it.
Oh, I think I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Better than me.
Okay, who is an athlete or current coach you'd pick as your coach if you were to be coached by someone?
Current? Can I pick past?
You could do whatever you want. There's no rules in this game.
You said current.
Okay, that's what I had written down, but you could choose whoever you'd like.
Yeah, I don't want to do current. Not that I don't like current coaches or players, but how can you not choose Pat Summitt? I just think she was taken too soon. I think she would have done so much more. She was a legend. I think she was really tough and would probably scare me and I'd probably cry, but I think she would be an incredible person to learn from and play from and just learn discipline and going with Pat Summitt.
Yeah, I think you respond well to tougher coaches though, right? Coaches that have like very clear boundaries, like this is what I expect. If you don't do
no
it,
favorites.
Yes.
It's like, this is what you're going to do. And if you don't do it, guess you'll figure something out.
Yeah, love that. For me, it's a toss up. You know, I need Dawn Staley as my coach. I would love to have been good enough to be coached by Dawn Staley.
Yep.
And I just think the way she leads a team, she also feels like someone to me of here are the expectations. You either meet the expectations or you don't. And there's not a ton of favoritism there. And also, so maybe Dawn Staley head coach, Emma Hayes assistant coach. I think the way that Emma Hayes is able to connect with players and motivate them is really, really incredible. And she's such a people person and she just seems so connected to everyone. I think them together would actually be a really, really great pair. They're both incredible coaches by themselves. They don't need to be together, but I just am like, wow, what a power coaching team that would be. I would love it.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Okay, and finally, as we wrap up this fun little game that we've been playing together, who is an athlete that you'd want to be their +1 at the ESPYs? You're their +1.
You know who my most recent crush is?
I do. I had to tell you multiple times when you were watching the All-Star game and All-Star weekend, like, okay, Danielle, you gotta reel it in.
Gabby Williams, if you're listening, would love to be your date to the ESPYs.
She's engaged, right? But
I mean, I'm married, but you didn't say. You're the one who put this question out there.
I know. Okay.
So I'm just answering the question.
What are you wearing?
I hope I get a stylist. I would love a stylist.
We need a stylist.
We need more money. And then you could get a stylist. But I'm assuming if I was going to the ESPYs, someone's giving me money to get a stylist.
Yes.
So I would love to have someone else dress me.
Yeah. And would you want to wear a dress or would you want to wear a suit? You're going with Gabby. So what are you wearing?
Not much of a suit gal, but I feel like if I found something really expensive that looked good, I don't know. I would want a stylist to be like, this looks good on you. So I think there's some pantsuits out there that could look good on me, but I don't know. It's not really my
wear
vibe.
A dress. I'm not.
Yeah, but maybe I'm saying if I had a stylist and someone's telling me maybe that would look better. I have no idea.
And are you and Gabby going to be matching at all?
I'm not in charge of the fashion here. You asked me who I want to go with. I'm not a fashionista, so just I want to go with Gabby.
I know you want to go with
and someone
Gabby.
else could tell me what to wear.
Okay, I'm going with Tina Charles.
Tell us more.
Her style is impeccable. So I know that whoever her stylist is, I want the same person. I just want to be the wag, the best wag ever for her.
So you're going from date to wag.
Yes.
You know you're married.
I do know I'm married.
So you can't give me shit for anything.
I know. You're with Gabby Williams. You're very happy. And I am with Tina Charles. And she's just so tall. And I'm just going to look like a petite little lady next to her.
Okay.
And we're not going to be wearing the same thing. And it's not going to be the same color. But I would want a through line. Something that connects us both together.
Okay.
And if we go to the ESPYs, if we ever go to the ESPYs, we're getting a stylist.
Okay.
And I would like something similar. And I think I would want to wear something a little bit more masculine, still feminine because that's how I am, but maybe I'd be in the pantsuit and then you could be in the dress.
That's usually what happens anyways.
Yes. And then we could have some kind of through line together.
Love it.
Does that sound like a plan?
It does.
We can go together.
Okay.
And you can talk to Gabby and I'll talk to Tina Charles. Okay, that was fun. We just wanted to give you a little bit of something this week as we are away enjoying our vacation. And that wraps up our episode for today. So that is it for this week. We will see you next week on Women's Sports Weekly. In the meantime, watch women's sports and share the podcast with your friends. Rate and subscribe to the pod on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Thanks for joining us.